up, Galaxy? It's time for Bantha Soup, the show where everything Star Wars related is up for discussion. I am your host, Gil Garcia. Today in the Bantha Tank, we're taking a look at Hasbro's 3 3/4-inch 2-pack of Lando Calrissian and Kessel from the standalone film Solo, A Star Wars Story. Let's check it out.
Alright, here's the window box packaging for Lando and Kessel. I love the yellow and white box, super cool. These figures do come with a packed-in turret gun, which actually looks great. I'm excited to look at that. Here's the instructions for the assembly of that turret gun. And these figures are part of the Force Link 2.0 series, so they do make noise. I don't have the Force Link adapter. It's kind of a cool gimmick. I'm not sure if I would have used it as a kid. I'm one of those Talk guys, old school Talk. I'm really excited about this 2-pack because the design on both of these figures look fantastic. The color scheme look incredible. Lando for sure. I've been a fan of Donald Glover since the Community days. He just looks amazing. I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table as Lando. So you can see he's got this kind of half cape that looks really cool. It is removable, which is great. So the white and black scarf is actually part of this cape. It's got a pop collar, which is pretty cool. And there's Lando in that awesome yellow shirt with kind of the flap down. You can see that in the trailer. I love this hair design. It's kind of got the dent in his hairstyle. Super cool. Got the orange belt with the black pants. Overall, fantastic. So he comes on a ball joint head. He's got a single joint on his arms, and then just the single joint at his leg. So basic 5-point of articulation figure, but I mean the design fantastic. It's gonna look really cool sitting up on my shelf. And then you can just slip his little cape and scarf back over, and displaying them like this looks great as well. So let's do the test and see if he can stand up on his own. Little maneuvering here. Yeah, there you go. Looks cool. I like it. Now let's take a look at Kessel. This is a new original design. I've never seen this figure before, this character. Man, he looks great. Just so much detail. The colors look fantastic. Hasbro's really gone above and beyond with the color scheme on this figure. The backpack is molded on to the figure. You can see he's kind of got this front skirt kind of thing. There's so much detail in it with all the molded in squares and stuff. So he comes on a ball joint head, this really great helmet with this kind of breathing mechanism on the front end, but kind of full swivel turn. He's got the single joint in his arms, so they do move up and down, and his legs are single joint as well. But one of the downfalls, the figure's got the skirt on the front end, which looks really cool, but it is going to hinder the posability and the articulation. You can see his leg barely moves forward. Now, from a play value standpoint, that's going to be an issue, but he's just going to set up on my shelf. So look, it's okay with me. He's going to look awesome, but I love the cool little arm bands he's got on his side. Now, let's take a look at the accessories and weapons that come with these figures. Lando's got this single silver pistol. Pretty cool design. I've never seen this before. It looks like a new mold. And what's cool about it, you can actually, Lando does come with a molded on kind of holster on his thigh. You got to be a little bit careful putting this in because pretty much it's just 2 little loops that come off the side of his thigh. I would be scared of these things snapping off if you're putting it on and taking it off multiple times, but it fits snugly, which is pretty cool. I think there's going to be a lot of play value with that with kids. I would just be super careful. So, it comes out easily, and I'm curious to kind of see how this fits in his hand. Here's a good look. You see it's just kind of got a loop with another circle on the bottom that you just fit it in. The hands are a little bit stiff, so just be careful whenever you put the gun in. You don't want to snap his fingers, but yeah, overall fits really nice. Looks cool. I love the shiny silver on the yellow and black. Put his cape and scarf back on, get the full details. Yeah, very cool. Love Lando. Oh, set him up later. Now, Kessel comes with this really awesome staff. So take a look at this thing. This is great. There's a lot of molded in detail on the staff. It's painted just a kind of a flat silver color, but so much detail on the top end of it, and it's got kind of the side little nub that sticks out of it. I guess that's for another way to hold it. You can kind of put it in his hand vertically or horizontally, but yeah, really cool. I'm excited to see what this staff does in the film. But again, his hands are a little stiff, so just be careful when you put the staff in. But man, standing these figures side by side, they look fantastic. Look at those guys. Now here's the turret gun that comes with the figure. It's a pack-in turret gun. Now, normally and recently, the pack-ins with figures have been kind of silly. Just these crazy little weird guns or stands and junk. This piece actually almost looks like an environmental piece, which I'm super stoked about. I mean, I could definitely set this turret gun up in one of my diorama displays, but there's minor assembly when it comes to this. So you just plug in the top gun into this hose piece that's connected to, I guess it's like a power generator that generates the laser beams that are going to come out of it. And it's got 3 separate legs that you just snap in and make it a tripod turret gun. Super easy. They just kind of fit right into these little holes, little pre-cut holes you slip in. And the power generator hose, you gotta have to work it a little bit. I think you gotta have to bend it down so it'll stay down and stand up correctly. So just be careful when you do that. You obviously don't want to break the hose, but yeah, just put a little bend in it and it'll eventually kind of take its shape and stay down as needed. There we go. Now it's bent down. Yeah, that's cool. Now you can just, Kessel Guard's hands are set up perfectly to fit it on both of his fists. Again, just be careful as you're putting it in. You don't want to snap the figure. The head sculpt of Lando is fantastic. He's got the awesome half black cape with white and black scarf, the yellow and black long sleeve shirt with the flap down, the black pants, the orange belt, and black boots. Fantastic. Lando Calrissian was born on the planet Sakaro, approximately 30 years before the Battle of Yavin. During his youth, he became a smuggler and a gambler, playing a card game known as Sabacc. He traveled throughout the galaxy and piloted a freighter called the Millennium Falcon, which saved his life on numerous occasions. He ended up losing the Millennium Falcon to Han Solo in a game of Sabacc, one in which Han Solo may have cheated. Kessel was a planet that hosted spice mines, utilizing smugglers and freighter captains to deliver it to crime families of Coruscant. The Galactic Empire operated a mining operation, employing numerous slaves, including Wookiees, to harvest spice. Meanwhile, the Kessel royal family lived in lush sanctuaries in the planet's southern hemisphere, turning a blind eye to the brutal working conditions of all the slaves. The design of Kessel Guard is one of the best that's come out in a really long time. He's got a yellow and red helmet with all these different apparatuses and breathing mechanisms. The detail is great. He's got a chest piece with all these different accessories with belt pouches along to go with them. His bottom skirt has so much detail with the molded in squares and the good color scheme with brown and wear and tear. And then he's also got these really great wrist armbands, which not sure what they do yet, but they do look computerized. He's got a really great molded on backpack which you can actually stick his staff onto to hold it on. The top part of his helmet again has that yellow wear and tear. It looks like there's a light visor on the front end and some type of apparatus on the back end. I'm also really impressed by the tripod turret gun that was packed in with these figures. Some of the pack-ins lately have been a little bit silly, but this one just goes above and beyond. It's like a really great environmental piece. It comes with the power generator or laser generator that connects to it. Got the tripod with double barrel cannons. The Kessel Guard holds onto it perfectly. This is going to be a really cool piece in my display dioramas. Love this pack-in. So there is young Lando Calrissian and Kessel Guard from Solo, A Star Wars Story.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, we would really appreciate a like on our video. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to stay up to date on everything Bantha Soup. We do reviews, we build customs, we talk about everything Star Wars. And check us out on Facebook at Bantha Soup. Send us a comment, send us a message, send us some pictures, give us a like. Let's talk Star Wars. Galaxy, thank you so much for watching. My name is Gil, and this is Bantha Soup.